sponsored by the Victorian Combat Sports Board and the IKBF. Your judges at ringside, Chris Anderson, Tom Grievous and Mark Cook. Your doctors, Naomi Harris and Tara Linton. Your timekeeper, Mr. Tom Davis. And your referee when the bell tolls, Ignatius Wisselides. This fight, brought to you by Nikolakos Transport. Ladies and gentlemen, and now, it's main event time! 5 by 3-minute rounds, F1 rules in the middleweight division, and they will be fighting for the vacant IKBF F1 middleweight world title. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, trained out of Sitan and Dynamite Muay Thai. Red black tie shorts with gold and silver. Official weight 77.1 kilograms. He is the WMF International Champion, the WBC USA Champion, and the WKA World Champion. 82 fights, 60 wins, 1 draw. Fighting out of New York City, Black Dynamite, Cyrus.
There's not much to be said about this man other than he is the business.
Fighting out of the red corner, trained out of the Clarke dojos. Wearing black shorts with white, official weight 79.3 kilograms. He is the IKBF Victorian Champion and the IKBF South Pacific Champion. 18 fights, 16 wins, 13 coming by knockout. He is the pride of Mornington.
Well, reminiscent of welcoming John Wayne Parr in Queensland was that welcoming for the great man, Les Clarke Jr. Here we go, folks. 5 by 3-minute rounds. Les Clarke Jr. in the familiar black trunks. Geez, he hasn't stopped moving since he got in the ring. He is really buzzing with energy. Cyrus Washington, on the other hand, the picture of composure. He could just about take a nap at this point in time, and that's been his trademark throughout his career. He's a cool customer, but come game time, when this bell gets hit, we're about to see something special. Here we go, Clarke versus Washington. Who will be world champion? Will it be the kid? Or will it be Cyrus Washington, who early lands a beautiful head kick to Les Clarke? Les gets back into position, holds his shape nicely and stays away from Washington. Clarke a full half foot larger, taller I should say, than Washington. How will that play out? Good work. Les Clarke moves forward. Cyrus Washington, a big fan of the spinning techniques. I tell you what, he has landed some massive spinning knockouts with every limb of his body. If you want to get on YouTube, you can check some of them out. But at early doors, it's a good sign for Les Clarke. He's not afraid to hit the much more experienced opponent. And sometimes the younger kid can get starstruck. Not Les as he presses forward again. He looks as ever in immaculate conditioning, but just struggling to find his range and his timing. Washington's so relaxed, so experienced that when he hits, it's counting. And he's just starting to roll out of first gear. As Clarke cops under the nuts, counts them and moves forward. He's got to get busy, Les. He can't just stand in front of a man of Cyrus's caliber. There we go. That's more like it. Very strong in the legs is Les Clarke. We know how well he can kick anywhere in the body at any time of any fight, and we'd be interested to see he's got much longer legs than Cyrus. Cyrus's head is a lot closer to Les's heel than vice versa. Les has been working very hard over the last few months on his boxing as well. He wants the world to know that he can throw punches. Loves the 1-2 head kick and then moves in slowly. Washington being told he can't hold, he can't clinch. Very similar to K1 rules, these IKBF F1 rules. Very similar. And they're the rules that Les will have to fight under if he wants to continue in the vein of the great Sam Greco, who sits directly across from me at centre ring. Sam nervously watching on. He's a big fan of Les's. Les is obviously a huge fan of his. But it's been a long first round as Cyrus Washington tastes the heel of Les Clarke, and that's got to do the Aussie a little bit of good for his confidence, but Cyrus picking well with his hands. Les Clarke, though, coming back on the counter, fighting very nicely on the counter is the young Australian. Washington sits back and picks his shots, but then he can't get lazy because Clarke is hitting him from all angles. Beautiful work. Follows up, punch, punch, kick. Again, a bit of a crowd catch there as Washington just slips. I mean, he's only 5'7". He's not really going to be able to stand in that situation. Geez, a busy first round, and Les looked a little nervous, he got a little stymied at times, but on the counter looking very nice. Geez, couldn't think of too many more you'd rather have in your corner for a word when it comes to kick fighting. Round 2 for the IKBF Super Middleweight title. Cyrus Washington of Contender Asia fame versus Les Clarke. And this is a case of Les Clarke saying, I want to be a professional fighter. I want to be fair dinkum, and I want to be a world champion. And so he's basically taking anyone. And that's what every great champion does. As he, again, does very well with the high kick. He's using the length of his limbs well. Clarke a good 4 inches taller than Washington, but he doesn't want to get into a trade because the Black Dynamite has sleeping pills in both hands. He doesn't want to trade. He's done very well fighting on the counter, just like this. Moving forward, the spinning kick again from Black Dynamite, who's still really in first gear. But Les Clarke doing well to accumulate points, using the length of his limbs well. High kicking, geez, whizzing past. I think that's a... Cyrus has hit the deck as a result of a kick to the eye. That's got to be a count, surely. Toenail, was he clipped? Most fighters, of course, they clip pretty bare before a fight, but Ignatius Missilides is just going to check, see if Les Clarke has a long toenail, because of course at that speed across an open eyeball, we're talking some serious stuff. And you know, to the people jeering this in the crowd, I'd like to see them get in and have this. This man is a warrior. This man is a warrior in front of us. He can't see where his corner is. This may well be called off. You don't want to have an issue with your sight. That means you can't defend yourself. Cyrus Washington is claiming a toenail to the eye. If that precludes him from continuing, it'll be a TKO victory to Les Clarke. However, if Les is found to be, I think, in illegal shape, they might be able to take it off him. But Les is standing a good foot or two away from me, and he doesn't look to have long toenails. So we enter a 5-minute break. Whenever there's an unintentional blow or a case like this where it's not as a result of direct combative contact, then the person who is clearly suffering the injury, as Cyrus is right now, he's in a world of hurt. They have 5 minutes. He's with the doctor. Be interesting to find out from the doctor what's going on. Cyrus doesn't know where he is. Les Clarke impeccably conditioned, just bouncing on the ball of his feet. You may as well give the man a skipping rope. He'll do the 5 minutes with double unders the whole way at this rate. Will be interesting to see how a man like Cyrus reacts like this if it goes further, if it goes on any further. His eye's getting washed out at the moment by the doc, but he looks in a lot of discomfort. And this is a world champion, a former bare knuckle world champion. This is not a bloke who takes a knee because of something light. Moments like this, it's like a fight in a footy match, funnily enough. Moments like this, it's who comes out of this mentally back on task that does better in this occasion wins this fight. If Cyrus comes out like a wounded bull, Stay focused, Les. Les Clarke's corner calling him to stay focused. Cyrus Washington still on his haunches. He can barely open his left eye. Visits the doctor again. In a few years' time, that'll cost him $21. He's been to the doctor 3 times. He's walking around in circles in front of us here. Is Cyrus Washington. The bout has been waved off. Waved off, a dejected and disconsolate Cyrus Washington, copping a toenail to the eye. Looking forward to seeing what this actually means. Oh, interesting there. If I have it correctly, the referee has said that Cyrus has been disqualified because he didn't allow the physician to check his eye. Why would he do that? I think he was just, he didn't seem himself. He seemed like, that's amazing. I've never seen anything like it.
The doctor requested Cyrus a number of times to show his eye, he refused to do so. This has declared a disqualification for Cyrus Washington. Ladies and gentlemen,
what a really sad way for the champion to leave. What a sad way to end this, but an emotional moment for the Clarkes. What are you doing? I did. You just totally ruined my head. There he is, the kid, Junior, Les Clarke.